girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a long curve set, and I wanted to go with kind of a hood classic kind of vibe with just a lot of colors and a lot of bling. So of course I'm starting off with my builder gel, which I'm going to be doing 2 coats of and curing for 30 seconds between each coat. And I really enjoy making this set because this is the first set that I'll be putting on the website since Halloween. And so speaking of Halloween, this year Joker 2 is coming out and I am super excited to see it. I really love the first one. I watch the first one as like a comfort movie sometimes. I just really love psychological films like Shutter Island and Fight Club and all that. I love to see the different perspectives. Especially if you're going through something that you feel is kind of similar to that. It can kind of help to feel like, well, I'm not the only one, you know? And it's just really stuff like that that gives me my passion for nails. I just love doing nail art. It's always been so therapeutic for me. So yeah, this is kind of going to be a special set since this is the first set I'll be putting up that I've put up in a while. And now I'm going in with my next coat. And this curve set was really fun for me. I guess it's a nostalgic thing for me. When I first started getting my nails done, I would go to a salon and get them super long and curved tips. They would just file the number off. That's how long I wanted mine. But yeah, at the time, it was all about a curved tip. And when I started going to nail school, straight long tips were more of the wave. Like, I remember everyone was so against curved tips. It was really funny. And not too long ago, duck nails came back around, and I really just fell in love with those. Duck nails were really the most fun nail shape that I've done. I guess it feels like it's more space on the tip for more designs, I guess. But yeah, duck nails been my favorite for a while, and now I'm seeing more people getting back into curved nails. So yeah, I mean, everything spins the block after a while, and it's really fun putting all the new things together with it. So I'm also going to be doing some more shorter sets as well. I do have some short sets up, but what I think is short is still kind of not short to some people. And what some think are long, I think they're short. So, you know, so that's why I don't really like to say, okay, this is short, this is long or something, because everybody's going to think different lengths are different. But I do have some short tips, which I think are extra short, coming up, and I'm going to be doing a couple of sets with those. So just changing it up, changing the shapes and changing the lengths up for a bit. And so just a reminder that I do always like to use my 2 coats of builder gel on all of my sets. I don't really like to use acrylic for my sets as part of the structure, because every time I've done it, it did shrink the nail. And just to avoid that, I use this really good builder gel. And I don't put my designs just straight up on the tip. And I know, you know, just whatever works. Everybody is different, just whatever works for them. But I don't put the design just right onto the tip. The builder gel works the best. And then you definitely go ahead and clean it off with just your average rubbing alcohol and a paper towel, and go ahead and get that inhibition layer cleaned off. Alright, so I have all 10 tips cleaned off. Now I'm going in with my base gel that I'm going to use 1 coat of, and I'm going to cure that. I put the base gel after the builder gel and cleaning off that builder gel with the alcohol. Next, I use the base gel. I do that before I polish. The base gel helps to adhere the polish to the tips. Alright, now I'm getting to my favorite part, which is designing the set. And I really wanted to give it that OG aesthetic. So I am putting a different color on each nail. And some of the colors were more transparent than others. So I did put 3 coats on a few of them. I really wanted to make the colors pop. And for my gel polishes, I honestly don't have one specific brand that is like my go-to brand. I get most of my gel polishes from Amazon. If I see a collection of colors that I like, I'll just go ahead and get those. Like with my acrylic system, I stick to one acrylic system. I use Nail Prof for that. But for my gels, I pretty much just get the colors that I like. I don't know if anybody else has like just like their go-to brand or something, because I kind of do want to stick to just one brand, but so far I've just been going with just a bunch of different brands. One of the brands that I probably did like the most was is probably Beetles. I like to use them a lot. I like their colors and I like the consistency of the polish. I remember at my first nail school that I went to, we just used all Young Nail products. And Young Nails is probably the best, honestly. But as far as a color collection for the gels, it wasn't the collection that I was really into. And then at my second nail school that I went to, I remember we used a lot of gelish. And I definitely like gelish a lot, but I think I do prefer Beetles maybe more. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so what I'm doing now is going over the gel polish with my water-based polishes. I'm using the same colors as I did for the base colors on the nails, and this is just going to give the design a little more texture. Now this water-based polish isn't a gel polish. This polish air dries, and I'm not really polishing the nail with it. I'm just sort of putting the brush where I'd like to see the extra colors. Alright, so that water-based polish does dry fairly quick. So now I can go in with my designer stickers and just go ahead and design a nail. I just pick up the stickers with my tool and go ahead and apply it to the nail. And then here I'm using my gel stripers. Now these stripers, they're gel, and I design it a little bit more and go ahead and cure whatever gel that I put on there for another 30 seconds. I cure it between each design. If I put a different color of a gel on there while I design it, I want to go ahead and cure that first before I do the next color, just to make sure that it's on there and I don't mess up the design. I don't bump into it with the other striper or anything. For my lines, I usually freestyle them. I don't really go in with a design in mind. I just do something different on each nail. And here I am doing my jewel placement, just getting an idea of where I want the jewels to go. I will be securing them on with acrylic, so I like to have an idea of where I want the jewels to go first. I just put a small bead of acrylic for the gems. I don't use a big bead of acrylic for this. And you want to make sure the acrylic is set up a little bit before you put the nail down, especially if it's an acrylic system that doesn't set up right away, because the gems, especially these kind of large gems, they'll start to slide around. So you just want to make sure that the acrylic is set up a little bit before you put it down. So now I'm giving everything a little more time to set up a bit longer, and I clear my station while I do that because you don't need to be exposed to the acrylic longer than you need to. And I'm going to add a little more bling. With the smaller stones, I don't use acrylic, I use curing gel and my wax pen to apply that and cure it for 30 seconds. When I'm done with my designs, I top it off with my no wipe top coat and cure that for 60 seconds, but I do put it in the lamp from top to bottom for 60 seconds, and I turn the stand around and cure it from bottom to top for another 60 seconds. And so here is the final result after I etched underneath the nails for extra adhesion. And this is going to be the first new set on the website. And at the bottom here is the second set that I'm working on that's going to be on the website as well. And of course, as always, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.